like I said, that kind of led me down a rabbit hole of research and realized that I don't really know that much about fucking Shazam at all.
Or formerly known as Captain Marvel.
Right, exactly. And that was I didn't realize, I had no clue about the whole, the kid aspect of it. That was, I completely, because every time I had seen Shazam, like, represented, like, either in like, images, drawing, whatever, like any comic.
Did you play Injustice?
Not really.
Not
extensively. Yeah.
Okay.
I always saw him as just the big swole, like Superman looking guy.
He was pretty much he was the wish fulfillment when Superman was out and about. And it's kind of like, hey, I want to be Superman too. It's like, well, now, kid, you got a chance.
Yeah, you're good.
Read my comic.
Right. Yeah. And that was what was so funny, like, about that, because we've been hearing stuff about the casting and everything and about who's going to be in it and all that good stuff. And then when they chose the guy that's playing him, I was like, okay. I was like, that's good.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, like he's good.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Zachary Levi. Yeah.
Yes, it's Levi, not Levy.
Yeah, I always wanted to do that too. I always wanted to do that same thing. But like seeing the trailer of
Chuck, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was Chuck. Yeah. But like seeing that trailer and seeing it kind of play out, I'm like, that's really interesting as a take on a superhero, like a badass superhero.
Yeah.
But he's just a kid. Like, he's goofy as shit.
It's it's going exactly how you would expect a kid to act once they got superpowers. Absolutely. Like, well, to an extent, depending on the kid's personality or whatever.
Right, yeah.
And that would have been dope had that been the DC Extended Universe's first stab at comedy.
Right.
As opposed to the jokes that they were throwing out in Justice League.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But they kind of had to do that.
Kinda,
because I mean,
like more, with Justice League, kinda.
I guess more to people's. Is lament the best word to say? I mean, like people were like, can it not be that dark? That was pretty much everybody's kind of general. Like, I can see. Can we get a joke, please? Like, I'm depressed.
Yeah,
I mean, then they were kind of trying to like circumvent that.
Yeah, at first, like with Man of Steel and then Batman v Superman, it felt like they were just straight up allergic to humor.
Yeah, it was weird
whatsoever. Even like the shit that was supposed to be kind of funny, it just felt like they just kind of just slapped something on there to sit there and just slap a word. And then with Justice League, it kind of felt like it was like, okay, let's double down. Like, let's catch up. Let's play catch up on the comedy.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I was like, no, it's a little too much.
Yeah,
like,
right,
the best Justice League origin story that I've seen that takes less than an hour is the Justice League cartoon. The first 2 episodes when they had to deal with an alien invasion. Yeah. A lot less, kind of similar to the movie.
I guess
it kind of was, but they handled it so much better, and as well as introducing the new characters, especially as everybody was already established. They were kind of doing their own thing, but stuff kind of brought them in together rather than just like a Bruce Wayne tour to recruit people. In a sense,
exactly. It needs to. The biggest thing is it needs to feel natural. And with Shazam, at least from the trailer so far, it feels natural.
Yeah. Or it feels like it feels like I get it.
Yeah, right, exactly. Absolutely. Like even like some of the little joke stuff that they were doing, like just some of the simple stuff, like when he was like, your phone's charged, your phone's charged, your phone's charged, and the guy's phone blew up. He was like, what? He was like, kind of like, yeah, because he's a kid. Like you understand, like he like, and then when he got shot in the chest, and he was like, I'm bulletproof, and he was like freaking out. He got like super excited. And then like he was like, and then he was walking outside. That was my part that I laughed the hardest, was when he was walking outside. He was like, yeah, he said, awesome. And he was like, oh, hey, I'm a superhero. How's it going? And he's like talking to that girl. Yeah. Like simple stuff like that. It makes sense because he's a kid. Yeah. But it's really interesting to see because I didn't realize that was the dynamic. Just that quick, like him being able to change like that. That's awesome. Now, here's my thing now is I'm trying to figure out like where.
Also another.
Go ahead.
A slight gripe.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
A slight gripe regarding Shazam.
Yeah.
His look looks a little too poofy or a little too puffy.
Like it looks like he's wearing a muscle suit.
It almost looks like he's wearing a muscle suit.
Yeah, it does. It does.
And like I don't know if that kind of adds to the humor or what, but it's just like
it's exaggerated.
Yeah.
It's exaggerated.
Almost to like a it looks like an inflatable suit almost.
Yeah, he's
the way he
he's comedically big a little bit. Like he looks a little too big.
Like it bothered me, but at the same time, it's like, okay, this is kind of a comedy. I think I'll be okay with rolling with this just for the fact of where they're going with it.
And see, that was my thing at first. Like, it's interesting to see when you finally see what you've seen in the comic books being represented, like the suits. I've been big about that. Like Black Lightning, we talked about his suit and stuff. But then like Shazam's, when I first saw those stills of them sitting out in front of the gas station, like him drinking out of a can, like standing next to the kid.
Yeah.
I was like, I fucking don't like the way his suit looks. But then seeing it in the trailer, it actually it works. It's one of those things where, like you said, almost like the kind of the big swollenness, it kind of works with the tone of the movie.
Yeah, and it almost seems like it's parroting
a superhero.
Like it almost seems like a parody of superhero
films. Right, exactly.
Which is interesting as hell for DC to go for this route, especially when they couldn't even get a good superhero movie going for a while.
Right, so. Especially the character that parodies, like they're pretty much in a sense like would be the one parodying their biggest superhero, which is like their Superman.
Yeah,
which caught the most criticism off the jump because it was the first one out the gate, really, and then it caught a bunch of criticism. So it's gonna be interesting to see if there's any like slight nod, kind of like inside joke type stuff in Shazam.
Like with Deadpool 1, it's like,
right.
Just don't give me a green super suit.
Yeah,
please don't let it be animated.
Yeah, like stuff like that. Absolutely. I'm interested to see, like, is Black Adam still in this movie? Is that just going to be like held too close to the chest until we see it? Because we've seen the bad guy. We know who the one bad guy is.
Right. It's possible,
but
he
still shows up. In the lit, like when you look up the lit, like of actors, Rock still shows up as Black Adam listed for this movie. But I'm
maybe a mid-credit scene, or
that's what I'm wondering if it's gonna be like. Yeah, we'll go from there. But it's gonna be interesting to see how this works, especially in the DC movie ethos that we've come to like recognize, and then also to see, because I want him to also like. He's obviously still gonna be a kid inside of Shazam, but I want to see how it grows. Because Shazam's he's got a history.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that character develops over the course of this movie and then what we can maybe expect going forward. Because this is very different for what we've seen from DC.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of kind of what we
Speaking of DC?
Expect, from DC.
Are we
in
talking?
A way.
Same time. 3, 2, 1.
Teen Titans.
Son of a bitch.
Damn it. I thought we were going to hit that one perfectly. Ah, man.
Son of a bitch.
All right, which one do you want to go through first then?
All right, well,
funny.
Let's get the negative out the way.
Okay.
You're talking about the live action Teen Titans show.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah,
I would much rather watch Teen Titans go
dude, I was so
than...
Like, what the fuck, man? I was so... Because my thing was, my daughter loves Teen Titans.
Teen Titans or Teen Titans Go?
Both of them.
Okay.
She's watched all of them.
Right.
Because she immediately recognizes the characters. No matter what iteration it is, as soon as she sees Cyborg, and like as soon as she sees those characters, she's like, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
And she did it with both of them. So like, obviously she had Teen Titans Go, and then when I showed her like the regular, like Teen Titans, like regular, like proper, like she was like, oh, she was like, it's just the same characters. And then she just watched it just like it was. So when I saw that they were making a live action, I was like, okay. I was like, we've taken her to see, God, I'm trying to think, like, all the Avengers movies, like all those, like all the MCU movies pretty much. Like she's seen, like Thor, like all those kind of movies she's seen, and she loves them. So I was like, okay, this will be cool. She can go, like, this will be a good one to go see, because I was expecting it to be a fucking Teen Titans movie, not whatever the fuck it is. And then I saw it, I'm like, okay, we're just starting off with fuck Batman. All right, okay. All right. Cool.
Now, if this was Jason Todd, I don't know why he keeps coming up in these episodes.
Yeah, I know. He does a lot.
Jason Todd comes up way more than Dick Grayson or Tim Drake.
Oh, yeah.
Even Batman's son, Damian Wayne. Yeah, he comes up. Jason Todd comes up every other fucking episode. It never fails.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I mean, he probably is the most. He is the most, as far as in kind of like entertainment culture now, and I feel like he is the most utilized between like the Arkham games and everything.
I'd argue Dick Grayson.
You think so?
Yeah.
Well, wasn't Jason Todd Red Hood, right?
Yes.
Yeah, see,
spoiler for like 10-year spoiler.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
10, 20 plus whatever.
Right. Yeah. See, that's what I'm thinking. Right. Yeah. Depending on what medium you're talking about. Because see, that's what I think about. I immediately, he's the first one that pops into my head personally. I know
when you think of Robin.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks to the animated series,
right.
Dick Grayson sticks with me.
Okay.
Who later on becomes Nightwing.
Right.
Now, this whole gritty Dick Grayson going fuck Batman.
Yeah.
It doesn't flow.
Yeah,
compared to the other Robins. Like
he's the worst one to do that.
Yes.
It makes the least sense for
now,
that.
He did have somewhat of a falling out due to some other shit that took place way after he became Nightwing.
Right.
But for him to still have the Robin mantle and saying going fuck Batman.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Using guns, killing people in the alley. We're missing some steps here.
Yeah, right. Like you do understand that you're just like I don't understand, like the writers, like I don't even know how to put it. Like I don't even know where their mindset could have been at, because like this isn't like a fucking sequel, or like this is just you doing a live action version of a thing that a lot of people love.
Yeah.
And it's almost like the way it's coming off is like we're supposed to have this previous knowledge of something of a storyline that doesn't really exist.
I mean, granted, they're probably going to explain it, but like in the later episodes,
right?
So.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. I mean,
but still, I mean, like, hey, this isn't your kids' Teen Titans. This isn't that kiddie Teen Titans Go bullshit. Watch him say "fuck Batman,"
right? Yeah.
And it's like,
that's what it felt
why
like.
is he saying "fuck Batman"?
Right?
And it's just kind of like, okay, y'all took the dark from the movies, and took it way too damn far for this TV show.
Yeah, exactly.
And the look, you don't really get a good look in the trailer, but you did see, like, they did show a photo of Robin in the suit.
Yeah,
so that looks cool.
Yeah,
not what I was expecting if this is the route they were going to take,
right.
And especially, like, I'm gonna be honest, that Dick Grayson looks a little too old to still be wearing the red and yellow. It would make more sense if he transitioned it. Maybe he transitions into Nightwing in this show.
Yeah,
but
he looks like he could easily.
But like how he looks age wise, it's just kind of like, okay, you're not a teen anymore. Let's go ahead and get that mullet in so you can become Nightwing,
right?
Like in the old school Nightwing.
But the thing is, they can't. We know. I mean, unless they just completely take liberties with the whole Teen Titans storyline thing. Anyway.
Looks like they kind of have.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But like, are we just going to end up like we have Robin halfway through the season, and all of a sudden he just becomes Nightwing from there on out? Like,
I'd hope.
I mean,
because it's kind of what happened. Yeah, that kind of happened with when he formed it, where it was with the Titans and stuff. Well, depending on whichever iteration you're looking at.
That's what I'm trying to. Yeah.
Young Justice will. I'll mention that in passing at the end of this.
Yeah.
Okay, so the look of Robin, it looks true to comic book, but at the same time, it, like, with the actor that they're using, it doesn't make sense as far as the age that he looks.
Yeah,
it looks like he needs to be transitioning into Nightwing, like being he looks like a grown ass man.
Yeah, he does. He looks old.
Okay, now Starfire,
right?
Her powers, look like fire.
Yeah, they do,
and that's not her powers.
No, it's not. No,
it's like, oh, her name's Starfire. Okay, cool. We know what she does.
He said, no,
wait, hold on. Wait a minute. No, we've already filmed it. And it's like, hold on.
I just told you the name.
And then, like, the hair, like the choice of her hair. I don't know. Maybe she was supposed to be undercover or some shit like that on the photo that they used, on the still that they were using.
Yeah.
But like,
well, you got to see her, didn't you? She used it.
She used her powers.
It was like a slow-mo. It was like a kind of like slowed down Jack Snyder ass shot.
It was fire. It was like,
it was
that's not what her powers. She shoots out green shit. What are you doing? What is that?
Right, exactly.
And
you saw your boy
Beast Boy.
He was jumping out the roof or some shit.
Yeah, I was hoping they were going to show him change, but that would probably be. It was like, hold on, we ain't have the budget for the trailer yet.
Yeah,
so
right, exactly.
Like, it's still in post.
You know, it reminded me of like when he was jumping. It kind of gave me like a Nightcrawler vibe at first, like when I first saw him.
I could see that.
Yeah, but then I was like, wait, it's wrong. Goddamn universe. And then, of course, the one we saw the most besides Robin
was Raven.
Was Raven, yeah.
And she looks like the youngest out of all of them.
Yeah, she does.
And she looks kind of like, shit, what is that movie? I don't know. It's like they saw, hey, what if Laura Kinney was in the occult?
Yeah, I can see that.
Oh, I'm sorry. For people that don't know Laura Kinney, X-23.
Yeah.
Or Little, the daughter from Logan.
Yeah, exactly.
If y'all aren't familiar with that name.
Yeah.
It's just kind of it was just kind of going like, okay, let's have her traumatized and young and looking around for people and just kind of
right, yeah.
And it's like not fully knowing her powers and being scared of her powers and stuff like that. And it was kind of.
Right, yeah. Where are we at in the top?
Timeline.
Where are we in the timeline? Like, because it doesn't. Yeah,
because her shit's is like, well, it's not. She doesn't have full control of it, but she has a good understanding of her powers.
Right.
When she meets Robin or in the other Titans.
Absolutely. Yeah.
On any other platform.
Yeah.
That or medium that they've shown the Titans form together.
Yeah,
or
right.
involving Raven. Excuse me.
Yeah.
I
I don't know. Right. What do you? Then of course we didn't see.
Now there were two characters that you kind of blink and you miss them.
Okay.
Hawk and Dove.
Okay.
These they're two lesser known characters as far as people that are familiar with DC. But
right.
If you watched Justice League Unlimited, you'll have noticed. You'll have seen them.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing.
Excuse me. And it looked like they were killing people too.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. With this. Yeah, I don't like. The thing is, if you go off the source material, it could. I mean, it's so good, it writes itself. If you just like, hey, take it into live action, we can get some actors that can properly represent like these characters in the right way, have their tones set perfectly. Like you have you have the fucking template for how these characters are supposed to be. Like I think I can hear their voices.
Yeah.
And I can hear their jokes.
Yeah.
Like, especially like Raven and like and Beast Boy, like their kind of jokes back and forth and like Cyber, like I can hear their shit. Like it's so funny. But then like you see this and you're like, this is not.
Yeah, so this will be what's the streaming service or what's the service called? DC Universe?
Yeah. It's like their
okay, so this will be their first swing and a miss. Right. I feel like.
Yeah, most likely.
But other than that, as far as other DC stuff,
right,
it's been going pretty well. Trailers for new shows or like the shows on CW,
right.
Arrow, Black Lightning.
Yep.
They didn't really have a trailer. They just had a recap of season 1. If you missed it,
right? Yeah.
Not sure why they bothered doing that for the Comic-Con, but all right. Arrow, Black Lightning. I'm trying to go in alphabetical order. Flash.
Yep.
Legends of Tomorrow. They ended up getting another season.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised.
I'm kind of surprised. Like, I'm willing to watch it if I don't have anything else going on.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, it's like they're having more fun compared to everybody else. But it's because like with what they got to work with, it just feels like it's a huge dip.
Yeah.
Quality wise.
Right.
Compared to the other shows,
yeah,
but they at least got some chemistry. Well, most of them, and they at least look like they're having fun when doing this. Right,
and the Constantine draw is the biggest thing for me.
Oh, so he's actually he's actually in the cast, or is he just occasional?
He's like occurring occasional. I don't think he got bumped up to series regular.
So he's like BD Wong's character in SVU.
Exactly. That's a perfect. Yeah, that's perfect because he's more than like very like occasional, like rare, but he's not series regular. But like basically, if as many times as they can, like any supernatural shit pops up, he's gonna pop up.
Okay, fair
enough. If they feel they really need some help, he's gonna pop up.
All right. So the CW shows, Young Justice got a new season coming out. They also did a season 1 recap,
right?
But they also kind of transitioned a little bit into what to expect for the. I said season 1, the last season,
right?
They did a recap, and then at the very end, they did a kind of what to expect for the upcoming season,
like going forward.
So that should also be on the new streaming service, DC Universe as well. And let's see, Shazam, Titans, CW, Young Justice.
Which I was kind of surprised we didn't see, because the whole thing, of course, which that might be a D23. I forget Disney owns everything. Because the whole thing is, of course, the rumor has been that Disney / Marvel is going to have their own streaming service, and then all the shit's gonna get taken off Netflix.
Yeah,
which is kind of a pain in the ass because I don't want to pay for fucking
2
Netflix,
additional
DC,
services
and Marvel.
Yeah.
But that makes me. I kind of was actually surprised at first that it wasn't talked about, but now I'm thinking about it. They'll probably save that for like D23 or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so the last little bit of DC news. Have you seen the trailer for Aquaman?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm liking where this is going.
Yeah.
Especially when they got they're showing other characters like Ocean Master, which is Aquaman's brother.
Yeah.
Black Manta.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that flying salsa head ass dude to be in a movie.
Yeah, me neither.
But here he was. Like obviously they had to tone down the size of his helmet just so it could actually the person operating it can actually function.
Right, exactly.
It still looks big. It still looks huge.
Yeah. But
it at least looks like, okay, I can move around without losing my balance instead of just tilting over.
Just like sticks in the ground. Can you help me up, please?
And the fact that they got old buddy from the Get Down.
Oh, yeah.
They got him in there. What is it? I'm mad I can't remember his name now.
I can't think of his name
either. And it looks like they got a lot of action going on. And apparently there's some... It's like an underwater Wakanda, basically.
Yeah, exactly. And they kind of, and it's, I guess, there's that kind of outside versus like the home place kind of like thing, at least from what I read.
Yeah,
like
it's reversed. Yeah, where Aquaman is technically Killmonger.
Right, exactly.
So, yeah.
And it's kind of like he's basically trying to kind of stop / like deter this like massive clash between
the humans and Atlanteans.
Yeah, absolutely.
And sea monsters fighting each other.
Yeah,
interesting as well.
I mean, yeah, exactly. You get to start. That was the big thing too. Like trying to see or trying to hoping that they can continue and even more so in this like represent on film exactly what he's capable of.
Yeah. And I think in the trailer, the kid that's supposed to be him, I think that's his actual son.
Oh, really?
I think. I have to rewatch it.
That's great.
But, I mean, it makes sense because there was a meme comparison where they showed his son in little tattoos and stuff, or it looked like Aquaman tattoos, and then Momoa was behind him in Aquaman tattoos, and they were both posing. And then somebody did a side-by-side between those two, and then Machamp and Machamp from Pokemon.
Oh, nice. That's great.
And it was like a real-life evolution or some shit like that.
That's really good.
So it wouldn't make sense for them. Well, I mean, he could have just been doing that just for the fuck of it.
Right.
He was like, I'm about to get some tattoos. Here, get over here, boy.
You're right. Yeah, exactly.
But that makes more sense. Like, so they used his son for the movie, or that is his son, right? Make sure I'm not just talking out the ass. I dropped my phone. We'll leave that alone. We will leave that alone and move along.
Right.
Do you want to talk about James Gunn? I mean, kind of. Well, I mean, let's just breeze through it. I mean, we kind of have to.
Because the only other thing I can think of after that I really like.